I think our turnovers hurt us. I don't know, third quarter, just overall, I think they dominated us physically, tactically. I don't even think the score was, could have been a lot worse. So we got a lot of things to figure out. The assist to turnover thing that I don't remember seeing a stat line like that, and since I've been here. So it just finding that balance. We really got to get to know each other better. I think that's part of it. But I knew Indiana was coming in here 0-3, and they've kind of historically took it to us physically. They did again tonight. So good lesson for us.
Expound on that on the offensive side of the ball. What issues are you seeing with your group?
Yeah, we're not really running anything. It kind of, in training camp, you're practicing a lot, and you have nice flow. You kind of know what you're doing. I think we've kind of lost a little bit of our structure and organization, which is natural with the new team, with new guys. I think, like I said, I think we got to play with each other more, get to know each other more, get on the same page on all aspects.
When you guys were up by 3, I think about midway through the third, and then they go on that 19-6 run. I mean, was that them taking you out of what you wanted to do just by being more physical, or is that more you guys?
I think it's a combination, Brian. I think it was their kind of physicality and them want to take the game. They took the fight to us. There's no doubt about it. That's Sabonis. He just dominated us in the paint. That was a big part of it. But it just wasn't it. It was just overall, I think, their physicality, their defense, and then us, not as organized as we need to be.
Kenny, you've got 3 guys who are really great at creating for themselves, but is it a matter of everybody learning how to work with each other? How to keep the ball moving and when to take their shots? Absolutely.
I think that's a big part of it, and I don't think anybody's selfish. I don't think anybody's trying to do it themselves. None of that stuff. I think just knowing, where we want things in our offense and where we have advantages. And I think right now it's a little bit like not on the same page. Okay, I gotta try to do something myself. So that's on me too. Getting everybody on the same page and figuring that out.
Kenny, we've talked a lot about China and whether or not there was any fatigue that came from that. Do you think, the Kings kind of struggled early on, the Pacers have struggled. Is there anything you guys are still feeling coming back from that long trip?
I think they went to India, right?
They went to India,
so,
and you guys went to...
I don't use that as an excuse. I think they seemed recovered tonight. And I know they started out 0-3, but tonight they were kind of fresh as a daisy. And like I said, definitely took it to us. How that's affecting us, those are really hard things to answer. I don't have the answer to that. I have to look at it as we're fresh. I think we're managing them. We had an important recovery plan in place, and then we've backed off on practices and managing these guys. So I think I'd like to think we're back to normal. I could be wrong.
When you say we're not really running anything, who does that fall on? Is that you as the coach? Are you calling the plays out there? Are you giving Kyrie?
It's just slippage. I just think it's natural slippage, and when the games start coming and you haven't been together for a while. It happened last year too, and it's not running anything because, you kind of default back to, well, I haven't been here very long. I don't know what the heck we're running. They're putting pressure on me too, pressure on the ball and taking stuff away. So I just think I just think it's going to take time. I'm not worried because we have talented offensive players. We'll figure it out. We'll get a film session and a practice session in, and we'll correct some things.
I know that you are mostly concerned with the number of threes that you give up, but again tonight they were over 40% from 3. Is there any sort of common thread to why teams are able to be so successful?
It's 4 games. Hopefully, after 40 games, we do better. It just we'll look at it. I think again, I always look at the attempts, the amount of attempts we give up. Our teams are shooting really well against us, and we have to look if we have to ramp up our aggressiveness or look at it. But I do like the defensive system in place. I just think it's probably a few tweaks that we can help the guys with.
But on the defensive side, would you say that you are okay with how your guards are handling the high screen?
I would say they did a fantastic job of screening us, and part of our job, as all of our perimeters, is not to get hit by the screen. That's the kind of quid pro. That's the constant fight in this league. And Sabonis, a great screener. Miles, when he was in there, he screened us. They executed their kind of system better than we executed ours. So have to do a better job.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.